Hello, welcome to the Collective Code. I am Daniel Hunt, aka Dan Ken, and I am here with my brothers.
Hey, Tommy Wooten, putting the woot in real estate.
And I'm Luke Jones, your favorite realtor.
Hey, and if you get any valuable information from this podcast, be sure to help the algorithm out for us. Please help the algorithm. Comment. We love to interact with you all.
Yes.
Subscribe. We would love to have you a part of our YouTube family. And please take the moment to share this with another realtor who you think would want to get this information and insight. Tommy, what you got for us?
Man, this is a big one. We're talking systems today and how we can scale through systems. Because a lot of agents aren't overwhelmed necessarily. They're under-systemed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. You know, on this, between the three of us, we got more than 40 years of real estate experience. So I'm really curious. So let's go around the table real quick. What's a system that you guys have put in place that you're most thankful for? And now it's like, I can't go backwards from having this.
Yeah, the first thing that I can think of, anytime that an agent does not have a system in place, it's like a failure to plan, right? And you know when you fail to plan what you plan for.
Yeah.
Right? You plan for failure.
Exactly.
Right? You plan for failure. So a lot of agents are, it's nothing wrong with knowing all of the process. You're supposed to know every single process that goes on in your business. But after you know them, if you want to scale your business, you need to have a system in place.
Right.
So I'm thinking the first system that any realtor should actually have in place is outside of their CRM, you need to have a transaction coordinator in place.
Yeah.
You need to have somebody that can take the brunt of the paperwork, the back end stuff, the busy work, and actually move that forward for you so you can actually move forward with business.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What you think,
yeah,
Dan?
that transaction coordinator is definitely number one and number two. One or two things you need to have in your business. First, really, if I wish from first starting off, I would have really taken my CRM system seriously.
Man.
Your CRM system is like the heartbeat of your business. Start with the basics: holidays, birthdays, home anniversaries. Those are the basics. Holidays, birthdays, home anniversaries, right? Make sure you have something for them, and then I like to, which I'm not happy to say, being a realtor 9 years, I only really started doing this the past 3 years religiously, is just try to check in with my clients every quarter.
Yeah.
Right. Just try to check in with actually on a phone call. I've also tried handwritten notes. I haven't been consistent with that, but I have been consistent with the phone calls or quick video text messages, some type of touch every quarter. So they actually know that I haven't forgot about them. But yeah, CRM system. And then secondly, I would definitely say transaction coordinator. That way you can really focus on really fishing and hunting.
Exactly.
Getting your clientele or attracting your clients.
So in your database, how many people you got in there? Because let's talk about the real pain points of a CRM and the physical touch points, right? We're talking about the calls or the video texts. Well, for a brand new agent, they may be at 60 contacts, 50, 60. That's somewhat easy to manage. Those quarterly touches.
Yeah.
How many do you have now? I mean, were we looking at like 300, 500? Like, we're talking, once you have tenure in as a realtor, you're now getting into the hundreds of clients realm. So how do you approach that? And I'll speak on it in a little bit too. But yeah, like, how do you approach that? Is that why a lot of realtors don't make that touch? Is because it's like so overwhelming? It's so many.
It is. It's gonna take it. Well, luckily we do have a free CRM system. Within Bold, but I use Go High Level. So I send everyone a text message through the Go High Level CRM system. So I'm not individually sending everybody a text message.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm doing a video text message goes out, but the way Go High Level is set up, where the messaging is personalized, the video is general. Right. So that way everybody gets that personal touch. Right. But otherwise, first starting out, I can make 100 calls within a first quarter. That first quarter is still within that 3 months. So I'll make 100 calls. If you got 100 clients, but once you start getting over that, then you definitely want to really have your CRM system running on autopilot. You know what I mean?
The calls are not funny, and I love my clients. I love y'all, but sitting down to try to call 250 people,
it's a lot
per quarter. That is very difficult, and I've been in a market in which was on the back end of me not having made those calls, and I could feel my calls slow down.
Yeah,
I could feel the referrals slow down. It didn't matter that we talked to each other on Facebook, that I liked their stuff, that I was commenting on their stuff. It did not matter. Unfortunately, without the physical touch, without the drop-ins, without the calls, it's a shame. People do forget about us. Why y'all forget about us? Like we're your cousins. You told us we're your favorite realtor. But if I don't call you, I don't get any sort of anything.
Listen, I always say, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. Out of sight, you're out of mind. You'd be surprised the amount of realtors that I have conversations with, and when I mention the word CRM, they'll say, "What's that?" I'm like, bro, like, how are you keeping in contact with your people? And the crazy thing is, a lot of realtors don't think they have that many contacts. But as we've proven
right
here inside of your cell phone, you have thousands of contacts. Now what you need to deal with is the thinking behind, or the mentality behind, why you don't consider them as a contact that you should be contacting for business purposes.
Exactly.
People want to work with people that they know, like, and trust. These people inside of this device, they know, like, and trust you.
They want to see you successful.
They want to see you successful. And I say this almost every podcast, something that my dad told me when I was a kid, son: closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're not asking for business, number one, if you don't have your CRM set up, that tells me automatically you're not asking for business. And if you've been in the business for longer than, I would say, 5 years, you should have at least 1,000 contacts in your CRM. I have thousands of contacts. There's people inside I get so many unsubscribes. I was literally uploading some contacts from one of my older CRMs when Bold Trail was KV Core. This was when I first became a broker, and like every lead that came in, every person that commented on a social media post, and I got their name, email address, and phone number, regardless of whether or not they responded and said, "Hey, I'm looking to buy a home now," or if they were just, they just filled out a lead form, I stick them inside of the CRM. And like you said, for the most part, once a quarter, they actually get an email from me. But I'll go through randomly, because the CRM already has drip campaigns in there. And I'll go through randomly if I can see that, hey, the last touch that I had on this person was January 2025. I'll just go through randomly and put them in a drip campaign for a specific type of home, right? And that way they automatically get, like, hey, here's your new home search. They automatically get that, right? We're talking about systems here. They automatically get that, and if that person does not want to be contacted anymore, they'll unsubscribe. They'll unsubscribe.
We talked about that. Well, I talked about that at another on a past podcast. You guys want to check it out, where I only want people that like me a lot anyway.
That's good.
If you don't like seeing me, then unsubscribe. That's okay. But man, that CRM system is really important, and really just having the courage to act as if, like, I send those videos out expecting for them to give me referrals, like really truly just acting as if. And if for whatever reason, you may want to upgrade your CRM system, or if it's a money issue, depending on where you are at your business, 5 calls a day, Monday through Friday, that month is 100 calls. I mean, if you do just 5 a day, Monday through Friday, for 3 months, that's 300 individuals. If you don't have that many clients, and those need to be the clients in your phone, maybe just giving them a call, or you have people to call. Most people we talk to have at least anywhere between 300 to 500 contacts minimum. Some people have like 1,000, like you said, 1,200, right? And they're just sitting in your phone. Those are people at some point in time, they met you somewhere, they did service on your house, something.
So I'm going to jump back to the question, and I'm going to outline 5 systems that I think every agent should have.
Okay.
And if you're brand new, look, you're welcome, because this is about to happen. All right. System number 1, I think, has got to be a CRM, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
CRM, client relationship manager. All right. Number 2, I'm going to go ahead and say a content calendar.
Oh yeah. That's
Okay.
good. That's
Content calendar will keep you on track, and your ideas, your schedule, all of that should be planned. Number 3, this is old school for me. A snail mail system.
Okay.
I personally like Corfact. Their campaign. They have an elite campaign that is a 12-month campaign, and they are, I don't want to call them generic, but they're pre-made postcards, and you put you put your face
Photo
on the back, right?
Okay.
They go out for 12 months, and they go out to whichever farm system or neighborhoods that you want. So that's 3. So we've got video, we've got postcards, we got CRM. What two?
So once you start, I mean, this actually helped one time when I think at one time I had like 12 listings at one time. I had like 12 listings at one time, and up until this point, of course, I was putting out all the signs and I was doing everything.
That's good.
But before I started scaling up, I was like, man, I started using a sign company that helped out a lot, where they go and they put the lockbox on the house. They put the sign, the real nice ones that, the real nice signs, not the little ones you stand on, the real nice stand-up L-shaped signs. They put those out. When the home sells, they come pick it up.
I like
they take the blue box as well. It's just really trying to simplify as much of the business as possible, that way we can do more of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to do content. Reason why I'm so big on content, we're so big on content, is because that's another touch point.
Yeah.
Like my channel got monetized in a little over 3.5 months.
Yeah.
From the email campaign.
Yeah.
Every video I sent, my whole entire phone got it. All my clients got it. Everybody got it. And yeah, the channel was monetized because everybody started following it. You know?
Yeah.
So
sharing
the
it.
4th, you want to throw in the 5th?
Oh, no, I already
Yeah.
threw in the 5th.
What
you gotta
was it?
have a transaction coordinator.
Oh, the transaction
That's
coordinator.
three.
Okay,
Yeah,
there it is.
That's
That's
an
5.
amazing system. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
5.
you gotta have that.
Yes.
You have all of that in place. You're literally setting your business up for
Right.
success.
Yeah.
Now the brick was dropped on my foot when you said about the postcards, because I haven't sent out postcards, snail mail, in years. I used to do EDDM for all of my
EDDM, everyday direct mail.
Yeah,
we gotta make sure we say that for
every door direct mail. Something easy for you
Every
to do.
door?
Yeah,
It's every door. My
Every
bad.
door, because not sending out every day now.
It's true.
Every door.
But every door direct mail is something
Yeah.
that I used to do. You basically pick your farm area, and you go to USPS.com. You can select. It's basically you can almost get almost all of the homes in your farm area because you're selecting a mail route.
Yeah.
And we get every door direct mail every single day at your house. When you get that pre-sorted mail label on something, that's every door direct mail. So
That's
they just
right.
selected an entire area, sent it out to the entire
That
area.
meter?
Yeah, and man, I was just convicted by that because I'm about to get back on that 2026. I'm gonna start hitting that farm area hard
great
with
nugget, but make sure don't start unless you can be consistent.
that. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta. It costs.
Exactly.
It costs a lot, but you have to be consistent. I see so many realtors. They get motivated. They do something. They do it for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Or they do a video, 3, 4 videos. Don't even start YouTube unless you're looking to go 100 videos in. Don't even start, because it just does the same thing with mail pieces. Farming an area. Like, you have to be consistent with it. Because I've been guilty of it too. So where I did an area, didn't see any progress, stopped.
Yeah.
And then another time where I was like, I'm just going to stick to it for a whole year. And actually started getting, there was an area, Canale Gray. I was like, you know what, man, I think I want to farm this area. Farmed it for a year. end up getting 2 deals from it. Out of that year, I think I got 2 deals, and then of course one of them referred me within that year.
Yeah.
So that's 3 deals within that era. That paid for it 3-5 times over. You know, so you gotta be consistent.
That gets into what we talked about on the previous podcast. That was the difference between making a choice and making a decision.
Making a choice, making a decision.
Yeah, you made a decision that, hey, I'm gonna stick with this for an entire year.
Yeah.
Regardless. And I know I'm gonna get results, but I'm not gonna give in when it seems like it's not working.
Yeah.
Because that happens in real estate a lot. You know,
does.
we talked about somebody, you know, paying for leads. So you pay for leads and be like, oh, these leads are trash, these leads suck. You haven't given it the lifespan that it needs for you to actually get the results. Because nothing works overnight. Even though we want instantaneous results, nothing works overnight in this business.
Yeah, man. So, so I'm curious, how do you quantify the emotional cost of not having systems in place for these new agents out here and experienced agents? I mean, there's a lot of very successful agents that are doing, you know, 20 mil a year, but don't have a CRM and don't, you know, just not really big on systems.
Yeah. It's the difference between doing good, okay, or being great, awesome.
Yeah.
It's that difference. You know what I mean? Like the moment I get it, it's a good feeling to have your business to whereas the moment you get an individual say they want you to represent them as their buyer agent or seller agent, right? Great. What's your name, number, and email? I'm going to have my assistant send you over the buyer's rep. Yeah. You send over, hey, please send the buyer's rep. This is what it is. Boom, boom, via text message. It's out to them. You're done. Right? Yeah. Now you can go do your, you know, you can continue to keep fishing. Or if it's whatever the contract is supposed to be. Of course, your transit coordinator has to be licensed. But whatever the contract is, hey, this is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. You text them or email them what it is. They get it out. Inputting information to the MLS. They just take me hours. I don't know about you guys. They take me hours, man.
Especially if you're a detail oriented.
You know what I'm saying? Hours to do that. I don't want to allocate 2 hours or an hour and a half. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. To putting information on the MLS.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes sense for you to pay someone to do that.
Yeah,
you know, and not to think. You know, the faster you can get into your future self, you won't say, "Oh, it's $100 or it's $80," like it's a big deal. But the time you save, it's well worth it in the long run. Well worth it in the long run.
Yeah, I think it's the difference between, you know, you were saying like, what if an agent is already successful or they're having some level of success, but they don't have systems in place. What that agent needs to think about then is how much money are they leaving on the table.
Exactly.
Because if you're doing 20 mil a year and you don't have a CRM, you can't remember every single client that you sold the home to.
Yeah.
If you've done 20 mil a year for the past 3 years, you're not going to remember that guy you sold a house to 3 years ago.
Right.
You know, because now you don't have a system in place to actually reach out to them. So now what you're doing is you're filling up a bag full of money, but at the bottom of that bag is holes. Because things are slipping through. You're not going to get the referrals because you're not reaching out. You're not going to get the repeat business because you sold them a house and then you disappeared. But Johnny got a promotion on the job and he needs to sell and move to a different state, or he needs to sell and upgrade his home. And because you don't have that system in place, you're basically filling up a money bag with holes in it. Yeah,
and we're guilty of it. We've been guilty of this too, guys. That's why we're telling you this now, because you know we've been on that side of it.
Exactly.
And I'm going to answer the question as well. But before I do, I just want to welcome everyone to the Collective Code. Guys, if you enjoy this content, I want you to go ahead and reach out to us, huntglobalcollective.com. Like, subscribe, drop a comment for us in the comments section, and let us know what you're interested in hearing about in the world of real estate. And the whole real estate agent realm that we are in.
And we actually work and partner up with agents in all 50 states and in 20 different countries. So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're watching us in Dubai, if you're watching us in Texas, Florida, New York, wherever you're at, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. So the emotional cost of not having systems in place. is truly found in the less favorable real estate markets. When things tighten up and there's less transactions to go around, without systems in place, you feel it more.
Yeah.
I've been a recipient of it in the past. Wishing that I have had a system in place in which I was making, quarterly calls. Honestly, I thought that my annual client appreciation event was good enough, and spent enough money on it. Well, okay, let me not lie. I had sponsors on it, but it was money spent. There was time spent putting it together.
Time, money.
I was to still have a down season. Where, don't get me wrong, still did better than 90% of realtors.
Right.
But to have, my sales volume or GCI go down 20%, 20-30%, that hurts the pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like you feel that. So, the lack of systems is felt in the tough markets.
Yeah.
We all want to do whatever it takes to recession-proof our business. Please look into it. Please absolutely look into recession-proofing your business with systems. Now, let's get real now. Now, I want you to go back to a less knowledgeable you and me, and tell me, what time-wasting habits do agents fall into? Do you remember?
I can tell you plenty of time wasting. Thank God for COVID, because COVID changed a lot of the stuff. It actually gave us more time wasting habits. But I think pre-COVID, like the in-office sales meeting, was a complete waste of time.
It's a complete waste of time.
It's one thing to go in to grab value and get empowered to go back out into the field of business to actually go and do business. But to come into a sales meeting where a title rep is telling you about the title policy process. Or a lender is coming in there telling you that, hey, I brought donuts and come on, your buyer can get pre-approved and only put 3.5% down. Like, bro, we all know this. How is this gonna add to my business? Right. And a lot of realtors get stuck in that trap. I just had a conversation with an agent yesterday, and they're with a big brokerage. They're gonna remain nameless, right? But they were saying, because in our office, I can go to the office, I can sit in the office, I can collaborate with others. Like, what is really happening in this office that is causing you to be successful? And that is a time robber. You know, what could you be doing with that specific time to actually generate income in your business? And not having systems in place. I mean, a lot of things that we did, a lot of things I still do is a time robber if there's not a system in place to actually take over that thing.
So I want to answer this question specifically for the brand new agent. There's two kinds of people that we're learning. The older now, this is adult me. As a child, I didn't understand the difference between a perfectionist and the one who just wants to get stuff done. It is actually better to just go ahead and get some stuff done,
100%.
Get some reps under your belt, rather than to sit. This kind of goes to what you're saying, Luke. To sit in a classroom, because you're gonna be the smartest, most broke realtor in your marketplace or in your office. The
100%.
classes are educational, but being out in the field, working to generate clientele is time better spent. Walking model homes. Take your behind out of that classroom and go walk some model homes. Go talk to on-site salespeople. Learn the difference between 2x4 and 2x6 builders. Ask about earnest money policies, HOAs, MUDs, and PIDs. Get out the classroom, because they're not going to tell you that stuff inside the classroom. They're not talking about it.
You can have a head full of knowledge and a bank account full of no money.
Exactly. We've come in contact with a lot of realtors like that. Like you have to get out there, bump your head, And like I've said this many times, like what we're doing here is new, right? But there's been lots of obstacles that you guys can say, even just you guys, just within this space alone. You know, camera not working, audio going out, like it's always something. But you learn, you keep going. We know what direction we want to go to. We're acting as if, right?
Yeah.
But you have to, 100%, man. You have to get out there and do it.
Get your behind out
if you're
there.
not willing, I tell myself, and I've told people all the time, like, stop wasting your time or spending money on different conferences and meetings if you're not truly going to implement
That's the biggest
at least one to maybe three important things. Like we went to the conference. Yeah, man, Luke was on the app.
Man,
like I'm like, dude, did you make that up? Like on the third day, like he's like, yeah, bro, I'm on it. Like fast implementation. Like I was thinking of so many different things where I was calling, I was like, hey, we're about to do this. We're about to do this. We're about to implement this. We're about to implement this. And I had, three major things. Were like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Now there was a lot of things we learned.
Yeah.
Right. So it can be overwhelming, but put that in your mind. If you're not looking to take at least one to maximum three things that can really change your business, then don't even go, because you're just making yourself feel like you did something productive for the day.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not really making any impact on your life.
Yeah, if you leave it, that's another thing. I didn't even think about that. So
you got
but
to.
people go. You just think about how many real estate conferences you've been to throughout the course of your career.
Yeah.
And that was top of mind when we went to EXPCon back in October. That was top of mind. I had already wrote down in my journal, there's going to be at least three things that I walk away with. I had three things in my mind that I was looking for because, one of my major things was agent attraction.
Right.
Like I'm big on agent attraction. So I was looking for that. But when we walked in there and they were showing us how to implement things, how to do AI, I told you guys that night, I was like, let's go out to eat. I was like, nah, bro.
The airport?
He
was like, hey, I was at the AI, what was it, like the whole day, first day was AI.
Yeah. That's why, and I'm like, hey, okay, I know it's how impact it had him.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna miss that first day next come around. Make sure I'm in the first day.
Look, okay, so doers, right here.
Got to.
Okay, a time wasting habit that a lot of people are guilty of is surrounding themselves with people who ain't doers. So you're really not learning anything.
Come on.
You are surrounding yourself with people who are going to not pour into you the right way. They're not pushing you to implement.
Yeah.
They're not pushing because they're not implementing.
That's so good, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right. They're not. So like that is a bad habit. You've got to recognize who I don't care how many times you hear it. You got to recognize who you're hanging around.
Yes.
Okay. And up who that is.
Yeah.
Up it. Level up.
And
That's
really,
a bad habit.
And really look yourself in the mirror and have that hard conversation with yourself. Because it's hard to maybe push people either away or even sometimes in different category. You're right. Like I try my best to be someone that's a doer. Like I really do. I try my best to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then do it because I know people are watching.
Yes.
Right. I know people are watching, and I want them to have a good example of, okay, he's somebody that's actually doing this as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I was saying what you said, man. It's so important to be a doer because people are watching, man.
Yeah.
People are watching.
It's a bad habit.
And another reason why you want to be around people that are implementers, right, is not necessarily for the fact that they are implementing and they're going to tell you what to implement, because nobody's going to tell you how to run your business, right? That's a business decision that you make to actually go out and do something.
Yeah.
But like I always say, and I got this from a preacher, more is caught than taught. More is caught than taught. So you're going to pick up on habits. You're going to pick up on mannerisms. You're going to pick up on business acumen just by being around people that are implementers,
right?
Versus you just being somewhere and feeling stuck and then just blaming everything on external forces. Like, I'm with these people and they ain't doing nothing. The reason you're with them and they ain't doing nothing and you ain't doing nothing is because nobody's implementing anything and you're not catching anything.
Exactly.
Right. You catch stuff around being around implementers, whether it be, habits, business habits especially, and that's something that you can't do and be around us. You can't be around us and just think that you're just going to sit around and be at a stalemate. No, you got to go out and do something.
Now, if you all are struggling with your own lack of systems, you need to follow us on social media.
Yeah.
You can find us on all the social media platforms. You can find us at the Collective Code, and you may even need to schedule a one-on-one strategy session with us.
Yes.
And I told you can find that at thehuntglobalcollective.com. Not the Hunt Global Collective, but huntglobalcollective.com.
Yes.
And guys, I think this was a strong,
Very strong.
Yes,
very strong
topic.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was.
definitely.
Very good topic.
Thank you to our topic maker out there today.
Yeah.
Because
Kudos to you.
we got
Kudos to you,
systems in place.
Yeah.
We're not playing around.
Yes.
Hey, don't be shy. Reach out to us.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, if someone mentions this podcast, or if you put it in the thread, put your information into huntglobalcollective.com. I'll make sure to send you one of the techniques that I use to send everyone in my phone to a touch point. I say everyone in my phone that has worked for me very well this holiday season. So that'll just be a gift to you, just for going on huntglobalcollective.com, putting your information there. I'll get that sent out to you.
Let's go.
Until the next one.
God bless.
God bless.